Hi, it's John and welcome to the channel. It is 5:29 p.m. It is still Tuesday, April the 1st. I do have my big blue mug of coffee. I just had a nice dinner and I'm doing this video today, uploading it on Wednesday morning because I'm feeling rather happy right now. I'm feeling good about the election campaign. I was pretty tough on Pierre Poilievre earlier in my last video, but I think we turned a page today in this election. A few days ago, you may have seen the video, I mentioned Saul Alinsky's rules for radicals. And I said that Poilievre has to start using rule number 4, make the enemy live up to its own book of rules. And he did that on Tuesday. He was, I believe, in Newfoundland doing a presentation there. And he mentioned that 14 of the biggest energy companies said that we have to do these 5 things in order to break away from our dependence on the Americans. And here they are. And one of them's really the important one here. Number 1 was repeal Bill C-69. That's the no new pipelines law and the tanker ban. Number 2, 6-month approvals on new projects. A lot of mines takes 17 years right now. 3, scrap the energy cap. 4, scrap the industrial carbon tax. And 5, Indigenous loan guarantees. And I want to talk to you about repeal Bill C-69, which was number 1, the no new pipelines law. Well, Poilievre, what he did, and you can see it on the screen right here, what he did after he went through all of these things, he checked off on a board that the Conservatives agreed to all 5 of these things, and he put an X beside the Liberals. And you can see this right here on the screen. He agrees with all of these things because we have to unleash our natural resources. But something happened yesterday as well. Mark Carney was doing a media scrum and he got asked a specific question. Now, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to hand this over to Michelle Rempel-Garner, Conservative MP, Calgary-Nose Hill. She covered this on her channel yesterday. So let's hear what she has to say.
But today, you'd think that, somebody running for prime minister who purports to stand up for, he's come out and said like, oh, elbows up, that Mark Carney, the first thing he would have done is said, yes, we are going to repeal Bill C-69. But guess what Mark Carney did today? This is today. This is earlier this morning, folks. Mark Carney, the Liberal leader, who was Justin Trudeau's senior economic advisor, he said that he would keep Justin Trudeau's Bill C-69. Watch what he had to say.
C-69, with your plans to build infrastructure in Canada, do you plan to repeal Bill C-69?
We do not plan to repeal Bill C-69, to answer your question directly.
So there it is. Like, this was him live just a few short hours ago. So he actually said that the Liberals are going to keep this job-destroying, sovereignty weakening bill. This is a bill that actually kills energy projects in Canada.
So Carney has said, no, we're not going to repeal Bill C-69, the No New Pipelines Act. He said that he's going to look at things on a case-by-case basis and whether it's in the national interest. Now, you may remember, it was only 10 days ago that we heard there was a great agreement around the table. Here's the article right here, CTV News, Carney Premier seeking a plan for national energy trade corridor. That was on March 21st, so that's only 10, 11 days ago. Now, my idea of a national energy corridor and yours is much different than Mr. Net Zero, Mark Carney. His national energy corridor is windmills and solar panels, not pipelines. And I'm really disappointed that in that media scrum that he was in, nobody followed up with, are we going to build any pipelines in this country? Are you still an advocate for net zero, Mr. Carney? Would you put a pipeline through Quebec? Now that's where he's got to be very, very careful because he needs votes in Quebec as well. And just yesterday as well, Yves-François Blanchet, the leader of the Bloc Québécois.
There's nothing for us in it. There's nothing for the planet in it. There's no project. There's no promoter. There's nothing on the table. The only thing that there is on the table is the intention of the 2 main leaders, Mr. Carney and Mr. Poilievre, to get some votes in Western Canada.
Are you hearing what I'm hearing? Listen, I'm hearing the sound of ballots being printed for a referendum on separation in Alberta. You've got the federal Liberal leader, Prime Minister, who could win this next election, saying he won't repeal Bill C-69. You've got the head of the Bloc Québécois saying no pipelines through Quebec. François Legault, who is the head of the Parti Québécois, the provincial government, says the same thing. And we know damn well that just a couple of weeks ago, my Premier Danielle Smith had some demands of the government, whatever government got in after this election.
Because the biggest threat to the Alberta economy has been the past 10 years of Liberal government that cancelled $176 billion worth of investment. We continue to face threats, whether it's the tanker ban off the West Coast, Bill C-69, which has still not been passed, net zero power rigs, net zero cars, net zero buildings, methane caps, emissions caps. If they continue doing that, it'll crush our economy. So I would say that we face a dual threat. Yes, we have to deal with the tariffs, but we also equally have to deal with a federal Liberal government that has tried to crush our economy for the past 10 years. And we're just not going to let them do that anymore.
Danielle Smith has a lot of demands, and number one on that list is Bill C-69, the No New Pipelines Act, and the tanker ban. And whoever is the Prime Minister will have to abide by that rule, or she said we'll have a national unity crisis. And I think we got closer to that crisis today when Mark Carney said what he did. Pierre Poilievre tweeted this out today. Breaking, Mark Carney says we do not plan to repeal Bill C-69. This Liberal law blocked billions of dollars of investment in oil and gas projects, pipelines, LNG plants, mines, and so much more, all of which would create powerful paychecks for our people. And here's that full document for you. I mean, this is incredible. And this is canceled projects between 2015 and 2020. I mean, you add it all up and you come up with more than $165 billion in canceled projects. And this is where Poilievre can hammer Mark Carney. It's his Achilles heel, and he's vulnerable on this. And hopefully it comes up in a debate. And so Poilievre needs to go after him on that, and of course still talk about the issues like cost of living. That's still important, particularly to the young people. But to the old people, it's Donald Trump and Carney negotiating with him for a better deal, or he'll stick up better for Canada. We're more vulnerable after today to the United States because of what Mark Carney said. Poilievre's the only guy for the job at this point, as far as I'm concerned. What do you think? Give me a thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and I'll see you in the next one.